What's up, guys? Brian Graham of ContestChampion.com here, and today I just want to talk a little bit about what you can do if you find yourself stuck in this game. And what I mean by stuck is that, let's say you're progressing through story mode, and you've gotten pretty far, put a lot of effort in, a lot of work into it. You want to complete the entire story, right? That's, for a lot of people, that is completing the game, is getting through all of story. And you're stuck. You can't beat the next map. Maybe you can get through one of the paths, but you can't get through. You can't explore the whole thing, so you can't get the best rewards possible, right? I know this happens to a lot of people in Act 2 when you're going up against Kang. For the first few times, that guy is a monster, right? You may only have some 3 stars or some really underleveled 4 stars, and it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, right? So what can you do? Well, the first thing is, of course, the event quest, but then people get stuck there too, right? Because these things only come around about once a month, and it's kind of the same situation for a lot of people. Maybe you can only get through all of normal, maybe you can get through all of heroic, and then master comes along and you're stuck again. And now there's 24 days left until the next event. So now there's 24 days of boredom. Do you just not log in until what is it? Right now is November, so do you not log in until December? You're never going to become unstuck that way. So let me explain a few things that you can do to take your mind off of being stuck, some different goals to give you. It will still help you progress your account more than you think, actually. And hopefully you'll have some fun doing it, because I definitely found myself in this situation a few times and had a lot of fun doing some of these kind of alternative goals, right? So the first one that might not be too obvious to a lot of people is if you hit up the inventory and you go into the catalysts, and you see this whole big list of catalysts here, and a lot of them are, I don't have a huge stock of catalysts, but at one point I had almost every single catalyst red, like this one up here, owned 15 out of 15, right? That was one of my goals. So every day I would log in. And of course, there's 2 different dailies. Now there's like a third one or whatever. But at the time when I was doing this, because I'm not currently stuck right now, but at the time when I was stuck, there's 2 different dailies. You had the basic catalyst daily, and then you also had the class catalyst dailies, right? So what I would do is I would make sure that I completed. I would start off with the class ones. I would make sure that I completed whatever difficulty of the class catalyst that I needed to fill out, and I'll give you an example. So let's say the science catalyst, right? I'm maxed out as far as tier 1 catalyst, so I would skip over the tier 1. Tier 2 I only have 5 out of 6, so I would do tier 2, and I would complete it. Even if only one path gave me 6 out of 6, I would complete it just because, I guess, I don't know. And then I have 2 out of 6 of the tier 3 science catalyst, right? So I would of course do the tier 3 class catalyst event, and I would do this every single day. And once I spent my energy in the class area, then I would also go back to the basics and make sure that I was maxed out on the basics. And you spend quite a bit of energy, but it's like fast energy, because it's expensive, but the fights are fairly basic. There's no tier 3, or I'm sorry, not tier 3. There's no level 3 specials that the enemies can use, so you don't have to worry as much about kind of overflowing their power meter. There's no specialty nodes or anything like that. You kind of just plow through super quick, dump your energy, and you get a pretty decent return as far as experience and gold goes as well. For the longest time, people were asking me, what am I doing to get experience so fast? And I mean, that's what I was doing. I was just making sure that I spent my energy, and this was a fast way to dump my energy, get a decent return for it without much effort. Once all of that was done, once I had everything red, all I would do, well, actually, I would do 2 things. When I had potions, I would go into story mode, and I would try to push and see if I can get maybe 1 extra path down of what I could before. When I did not have potions, when I ran out of potions, I would just do the tier 3 basic event over and over and over. Just dumped all my energy into it. Even if I already completed it 3 times that day, I would do it like another 2 or 3 more times after that, all spread out throughout the day, because it does take quite a bit of energy. It takes Each time, I think it was like 24 energy if I remember correctly, for the more difficult path. That's the other thing too. If you can't even complete the difficult path, that's fine. Dump your energy into the easy path. Do it multiple times. Do what you got to do to progress, right? And don't think about where you're stuck in the story. Just try to get all of these to be red like this one. And it actually does help out in the future, because as you can see, most of these, I mean, a lot of these, well, okay, that one doesn't count, but this one, 0 out of 6 for the tier 3 Cosmic Catalyst. I used to have 6 of these. I used to have an overflow in the stash. Now I have 0, because eventually you will have to spend them. Eventually you will need all of these catalysts. So, yeah, but again, you get decent gold and experience as you're doing this as well. Alright, so let's move on. There's a couple of other areas that you can find a way to progress in as well. Alright, so another way is the champions, of course. And the 3 stars and the 2 stars, they're not going to get you through where you're stuck in the game. I mean, actually, that might not be entirely true. There's a couple of 3 stars that stand out that can get you through, like Black Widow, for example, Scarlet Witch. I know some people even really like the 3-star version of Scarlet Witch, so yeah. But anyway, for a while I was just leveling up my 2 stars. Now, I was leveling up to 2 stars because I liked playing the 2-star arena. It was fun to be able to just stomp my opponents, because once you max out your 2 stars, oh man, you just crush everybody in the 2-star arena, right? So I don't know. I had a really fun time doing that. If arena's not your thing, I understand. So the other thing that I can recommend as far as champions go is if we look at Groot here and we look at his signature ability, it's level 99. Now, I'm slowly getting all of my 3 stars to signature ability level 99. Now this does take quite a bit of time, so this isn't something that maybe you could think about every day. And the way to do this, by the way, is just to really maximize what you're getting in the solo events. Maximize your scores there, which unfortunately, again, that does kind of rely on you being an arena player. So if you're not an arena player, maybe this doesn't help you so much either. But it's fun for me, anyway, maxing out these guys' signature abilities, because then I get those max signature ability crystals, and inside of those are, of course, more shards. And over time, that will give me more 4 stars. And again, the whole point of this is just kind of take your mind off of where you're stuck in the game. And eventually, I mean, if we look at it with the Catalyst thing, you're getting gold, you're getting experience. When it comes to these champions, you're going to be getting more 4-star shards. Eventually, you're going to get to a point where you're strong enough that you're not going to be stuck anymore. So that's the whole idea of this. Another thing, let's say you're stuck like me in Act 4. Now, this only applies to Act 4, unfortunately. Let's say you're stuck in Act 4 and you're able to beat the first chapter, and that's it. What can you possibly do? Well, you can go into these quests here, and I should have looked ahead of time to see if this is a good example or not. Let's just hope. Let's see if we get lucky here. What I'm looking for is energy refills. So let's zoom out on the map here, and let's see if this map has an energy refill anywhere on it. Full energy refill, that is, not the little weak ones. See, that's the little weak one there. We need a full guy. Aha! Wow, look at that. Super lucky. First try right there. First try? Does anyone watch Braille Skating or whatever it's called? Anyway, so this is a full energy refill, as all of you should know at this point in the game. So what you can do now is I've already completed this map 100%. But what you can do is you can come here and you can take that path, and this will burn a lot of energy. This is a very long path. I mean, that's like a full day's worth of energy right there or something, right? Super long path. But you'll get this full energy refill, so that when you do become unstuck, you'll have a bunch of energy refills, and then you can start. It's kind of like banking your energy for the future in a way. Because yeah, eventually maybe you will get that 4-star Scarlet Witch or whatever you need to keep progressing. Maybe you just need some catalyst to level up your guys, whatever it is. And now you have these energy refills that you've been finding over time, and you can use these as a way to progress faster once you do become unstuck. So yeah, that's another thing right there that you can do. And there are probably more things like this. I would really like to hear from you guys what some of the ways that you find when you're stuck that keep you interested in this game. And of course, I mean, of course, there's always things to do every day in this game, right? Alliance Quest, Alliance War, they're always adding more stuff, right? There's always going to be things to do, but specifically, I want to know what you guys do, what you guys find yourself doing, as far as like spending, let's say spending your energy or something like that every day, to still have fun, even if you can't necessarily get past that next harder mission that you've been struggling with. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. There will be a crystal opening tomorrow, like there is every Sunday for like 2 or 3 weeks in a row now. Yes, got a streak going. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that one as well. And I guess that's about it, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time.